Let's go to Portugal and talk about, I don't speak Portuguese, do Pinote. Pinote. I'm pretty sure it's not Pinote because there's no accent at the end. So we had our orange from Bojo de Luar a few months ago that we loved called Tez. And if you remember back to that, they are in the Vinho Verde region. And Vinho Verde always makes you think of the wine that's like the lightly spritzy Alvarelhão. And obviously the orange was not that, and this is definitely not that, but both are chillable. So that's something that's fun about this red. I would definitely recommend putting it in the fridge for probably like 30-ish minutes to maybe 40. I have mine might be slightly too cold right now, honestly, because I've not been able to do great regulation with my wines while I'm doing all the tastings. But like with anything, start with it a little bit too cold, as I would recommend, and then just kind of see how it develops as it gets warmer. And this one definitely should be just slightly chilled. So on the nose, super like bright red cherries, like ripe, burst in your mouth style. Definitely red fruit. It's a little bit jammy, but not like you would expect like a California heavier red to be jammy. It's just like the fruit quality is maybe a little bit jammy. Um, it has some green like vegetal notes to it as well. Maybe like some red peppers or something like that. Let's try it. Very crushable. So this is definitely a glue wine. We already knew that considering we were planning on chilling it from the beginning, but it also has, especially even lower now that I have it chilled, but low tannin. So this wine, well, I'm sorry, so let's first just talk about a couple things in it. So on the nose, it was more like bright cherries and like jammy, but that's not so much the case here. I would almost say that the fruit feels more underripe. And that's probably also, I was getting the pepper note on there. Underripe fruit and or pepper notes a lot of times will come from picking the grapes early. So before they are actually at that perfect point of acidity and sugar in the grape. That's what this graph is. I have it somewhere on the site if you want to know more about the perfect time that you're supposed to pick the grapes. So this would be a little bit underripe where it is less sugar and a little bit more acidic. Natural winemakers like to do that pretty often. So it's not surprising to see that here. And yeah, so it's yummy, but it's very different from what we're getting on the nose. And so since it doesn't have a ton of tannin, what I would say for this wine is I would pair it with the stuff that like you probably should have paired with white, but really want to have red. So like if you're having a fish dish, probably one with sauce. Like I wouldn't go super far down that road. Like again, it still is a red, but like Asian food, like normally I like to have Riesling with my Asian food, especially if it's spicy, but like this could work with your Indian dish, or this could work with some Thai food, which is fun because sometimes it's nice to have red wine with like Southeast Asian food, and I don't normally get to do that very often. So especially after you chill it, like that's what I would do. So next time you're ordering like slightly spicy pad thai, but not too spicy. Otherwise, you really would need some residual sugar in here. This is what I would pull out. So I hope you enjoy.